Thank you, guests, for being here. We realize that you'd rather be at trick-or-treating or bobbing for apples or something, but we do appreciate you coming to our meetings and observing. We really do appreciate your presence and your participation. Mr. Whitney, do we have anyone tuned in online?
Just one right now.
All right, thank you, anonymous viewer, for tuning in. Just reminding everybody that we stream all of our meetings live. Oof, drink that coffee. And because we want everyone who's interested in our proceedings to have a chance to observe. And I'll also remind everyone that we post recordings of our meetings after the fact. And so you're always able to look back and review old meetings. Very brief agenda this evening because it's Halloween. I will note that our colleague, Mr. Aceto, is not here with us today. He's not able to participate. I will mention one thing that we have discussed at recent meetings. We've been talking about position description and delegation of duties to the elections director. We're not going to cover that tonight because Mr. Aceto is not here. And we need all of us in here having the discussion before we proceed further with that. So the first thing on the agenda is a review of the minutes of Tuesday, October 24th. Everybody have a chance to give them a look?
Yep. Looks good.
Righty. I move that we approve the minutes of the meeting of Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. The motion carries 4-0, Mr. Aceto being absent. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is office updates. Director Duncan.
Thank you. So for office updates, I want to just kind of update us all on where we are in election time. Election day is next Tuesday, believe it or not. Early voting has been going well. We have 184 voters total. So we've had some turnout, and we expect there to be it to be a pretty busy day on Saturday. We have been able to audit early voting very quickly each evening, but normally during a larger election, we would be here probably about till 11 at night doing auditing. So just kind of orienting you to where we would be in the primary. And then Saturday is a big day for us too. So Saturday we'll come in, we'll open early voting and open that extra site in Weaverville. And then by statute, both sites close at 3 o'clock. We'll close that down, and we will audit the early voting sites, and then use that data to convert the database for election day, so that all of those early voters and absentee voters show up as voted in the system on election day. So we'll do all that processing afterwards, and then this election, that should be it. We should just work on that Saturday. For the primary, it's a lot more computers, a lot more data, a lot more auditing, and a lot more workers that we have to check in. So we'll be working all day and late on that Saturday. Then we'll come back on Sunday, and we'll check in chief judges for election day on Sunday and Monday. But since we only have 9 sites that we're opening, then we don't need to have both days. So Monday we'll do check-in, chief judge check-in, so most people will be off on Sunday. Monday, we have an absentee meeting, and we do one thing different on that absentee meeting on Monday before. And I think this is a good example of where the laws might seem a little strange. So I wanted to point out what we're doing on Monday. So the law that requires us to send out the certified list of absentee by mail ballots pertains to the mail-in absentee ballots. We still on Monday we'll present to you a list of the early voting, who has voted during early voting, and then who has voted during absentee. And then Jake signs an oath saying, I've seen these lists. We then send out the absentee by mail. The law tells us to send out the absentee by mail list to all of the sites. So we'll stay afterwards, create those lists, and then have them ready for election morning for sheriffs to come pick up, and then they deliver to all of the sites. That list made sense before we had computers. You would have that paper list where you could see who voted absentee by mail. It's all in the computer. It's all marked in the computer that people either voted early voting or absentee. So it's redundant. It seems kind of strange that we do it, but it's in the law, so that's why we do it. So Monday might feel a little awkward, but that's why we do it. So that's kind of the extra thing that's for Monday. Bria and Devin will oversee that process for you. And it's GS 163-232. The oath is in there if you want to review it before. But we'll have all that ready for you. And then the other thing that I will have for you on Monday is a schedule for election day. So we can kind of see all of the steps that we take on election day. And in our orientation, I gave an example, one of those, but that was a little bit ago by now. So I will make sure that you have that schedule as well for this election. And we'll have plenty of time on election day, so we can talk through any of those things and what it will look for the primary when things are bigger. Is there any questions about the upcoming
Time
week?
is still 5:30 for us?
Yes. All right. And thank you for your office updates, Director Duncan. The next item is absentee ballot review. Mr. Tate, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. First up, we received 4 absentee ballots, overseas ballots from voters, and so they were duplicated. For those who were here, we did this process 2 meetings ago, but because of the resolution that was passed last week, we were able to do this as of 2 hours ago. So we had a team of 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans sitting down, going over the submitted ballot, and then duplicating it. What I'm going to present to the board now are the affidavits that came with them. So if they would, I'm going to give that as the record, but then these are the actual affidavits that are stating, and those will need to be signed, and then we can scan those as well. In fact, I will go ahead and hand the whole stack to you if you want to look at those and sign. Mm-hmm. But again, this is the same process that we did 2 weeks ago. We sat right here under view of camera, so everything was under vision and supervision at the time, so hopefully no errors were made. And it's a great process because of the redundancy of it. With 4 people looking at one ballot at a time, it pretty much solves the issue of, mistakes can happen under most circumstances, but when you have 4 sets of eyes looking at something, it's pretty safe to say it was done accurately. And 1 page was printed front to back, and the other were 2. So
So, yeah, 67.
it's just the chairman's on that one.
No, it just says date, which I found.
Oh.
I'm assuming the date's when they came in.
Well, we got it.
No, date is for approval. It's,
I mean, this date.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them should be within the past week.
Right.
Mhm.
We got a hint.
Those actually came into, let's see, the portal last week.
I'll come over here with you. So
Let's see what sign it is.
We're the only,
Opposites.
you're good.
Yeah, the only good two.
We need Steve, we need him back.
He'll be back.
Yep.
One more.
Oh, one more.
Let's look at get the name. That signature's not gonna give it. Okay.
Got them all. All right. And if you all would just sign the last page, every board
Let's
member.
just check those names real quick.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it. They're not the most aesthetically pleasing form.
Yeah, there's this
Yeah.
one.
We'll get him to purchase it.
Yep.
Steve helped me some when you were gone, but
Yep. It's unanimous, thank you very much. That's all.
Fantastic.
So-
And since these are signed now, I'll go ahead and have Miss Bailey processing these.
I think the other.
Oh, they
group
need
would
to
like
approve.
look
You
at
want to take a
them.
look at those?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. And I'll have you guys will need to sign the list as well.
This is where Jake signs that it's been
Are these
reviewed.
identical?
Mm-hmm.
And, down here, this is the voter.
Signed in triplicate.
And then
and that was the map facts.
this is the name of the person and where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And here's also the list of,
Overseas citizen.
here is the list, so if you'd like to take a look at that and compare it to
Mhm.
that list, you're
Okay.
there you go.
And
What's
that's
his
the
name?
voter
Hay?
signature.
Yeah, it's this one, okay.
And this is the,
The original.
I guess the original and then the duplication.
Okay.
So this was the original ballot,
And then if y'all
Please
just,
and
Please
then,
get-
then you duplicated it, pal. So this is the original.
that's the original.
They all get emailed back, right?
That is correct.
So this is the one you guys completed?
Well, this is the
Yeah.
one we received back, but then we complete the actual copy here.
You got it. All right, so everybody the same?
Thank you much.
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
And the person.
Yep.
And then if you'll just sign each copy of these so that we have them. And you can double check the
Yeah, let's do
the voters and then
Which one is this?
This is.
Chapman's, okay, so it's these two, right? All right?
Did you mark the first one?
Yeah. good.
Okay. So we're there.
Sorry.
Here's the
Original.
original.
Nobody here? Oh, yeah, okay.
I tried to get on the tree, but it was a trick.
Mhm. Good.
Wow. Here's the affidavit.
Mhm.
wow, only 15 minutes in and that's almost done. So
And they.
got the regular
don't have
ballots.
to
This might be a record for
supply
me.
any, voter,
Careful.
ID.
Famous last words.
That's okay. I didn't think the portal, the Uokavas had come in and we're like,
Peters.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go. Okay. Or she.
Here's the,
Mm-hmm, okay. Yep.
here's the duplication. It's affidavit.
Bond.
Here's where the name of the person
Yep.
is and where they're at.
Mhm.
Sign this, check
Are we
this.
supposed to be checking a number
Something
on
like that comes in.
this too, or no?
No, well,
It's kinda confusing.
not that one. That's sort of there. Well, actually, it does match. It should match.
Yeah, you know, I haven't
That.
been looking at that.
Yeah.
That's what's coming back in
Okay.
to the, and then we've written it on here as well.
And then your ballot style?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think
You
those
got
are
it.
the four now. Or we have to sign.
Yeah,
both of
sign
these?
each in triplicate. So, well, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead
Sure.
and take these. All right. You about ready for Uokava?
Mr. Quinn, I wanted to mention that I like the statute references. And actually, I thought that would be nice for anyone that looks at these minutes
So
online.
they basically divide
Thank you.
these up into the
That way they can
ballot style.
look
That
at the
was-
statutes.
Right.
It's an excellent addition to the minutes, and it is in response to Mr. Aceto's observation that the State Board agenda always has reference to the statute where applicable. Nothing in the statute about office updates or adjourning, though. So it's-
Next.
Yeah, so far. Always subject to change.
Let's see. How do we want to divvy these up?
Um,
No
Well, it
divvying.
has-
No divvying, one team.
One team for tonight.
And if Ms. Brain and Mr. Schultz, or Ms. Brain and Ms. Stein could do it, because we need a member of the team from each party.
That's what I got.
And so
Are we on?
whoever,
One of the two of you needs to partner with me.
right.
You're closer, you can do it.
Okay.
And I might add that Mr. Schultz is just a little out of practice,
Yeah.
so he can get back in the groove
He's
today.
doing pretty well.
I did.
Of course.
I did watch Mr. Justin's presentation a couple of weeks ago, so twice. So
Oh, did- all
I
right.
have to watch things twice,
right.
but I think I should be okay.
You might want to explain to
Yeah.
people what.
So gang, the reason that we're doing this little musical chairs number up here is whenever we review ballots, it has to be a bipartisan team. Mr. Aceto's not with us today. Ms. Brain is the only member of the GOP here, and so that team has to include Ms. Brain and one of the three of us.
Oh, thank you.
And it seems that Mr. Schultz has won the honor of doing the review.
Let's see through our list.
So, as I
And-
understand it, the first thing we do is check the photo ID, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Can we take it out?
You may.
Can I stand over them just to kind of keep
Oh,
getting-
please.
Keep
Please,
learning?
please, please, please. That way they feel more pressure. I like that.
Yeah, looming is encouraged. Looming is encouraged.
Learning is encouraged.
Looks okay. Okay. And the next thing we do is check
Check,
the,
make sure they're on the list.
check the container to make sure that we've got the witnesses.
Mhm. Or notary, but
Yeah.
This has
we've
to
got
be-
we've got a few in this stack that have a notary seal in them, but and they will need to be initialed and then dated at the top by the board members.
Right. Last time occasionally I would cut a ballot.
I'm just gonna check the number.
Now, the way you want us to take them out is to
What else?
unfold them.
You can unfold it and then face
Face
down. And
Okay.
then I've already sorted them according to precinct,
Okay.
so that should make life a little easier for you guys as we just move through it. So,
Yours here. Okay, check the ID.
Yep. That's good. Same address, but different building.
Shake it down.
That was the first thing Mr. Aceto taught me.
We'd have to rustle up a team of duplicators if we started doing that.
Don't do that to me. That's where I'll knock on wood.
Seems like the board wants to duplicate.
ID.
Yep.
It might come to that someday.
That one, expiration date. 26.
2026.
Is that gonna matter though, in the expiration date and moot point?
Depending on their age.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mhm.
1948.
Yeah.
got it, 65, is that?
Okay.
Okay, this is the notary, so.
Or is it just 4 of them?
In this stack.
No.
No, we've got more.
You didn't initial and date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. One more. ID? That's it. Check. That is the notary. Okay.
So if you guys will initial those.
Just initial.
Oh, do you need two or just one?
Oh,
Let's
that'll
do-
Two?
One will do, but go for
Yeah, you'll see when we get to a big election, one is plenty.
all right. Keep those together. And
You
then
sign this too.
I've got the full copies here of
Okay.
everything when we get done. So I'm going to set these right here for now. Next stack. And there you go. Here's the complete list if you'd like to look over it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how many.
Okay.
I could see. I knew the four you were confident, but we got 9.
I'll say I'll let you look at the entire list while we're sitting there waiting.
Do we sign our name
It
on
just
this
occurred
one?
to me.
We will eventually.
That
We'll
the-
wait till we get through
the law
everything if you want to do that.
Shrink the size of the county board
I'll
and
just
increase
wait
the
in this
size
one
of the
at the
state
same
board.
time.
I need 3 of them.
I would have done the opposite, because the state board does not process absentee ballots. We do.
Printed an extra one if you wanted to take a look.
Many hands make light work.
Busy hands are happy hands.
Of course, scheduling meetings can become challenging with 8 members. Yeah. They don't process absentee ballots.
Pleasure. Alrighty. And then I'll go ahead and get you guys started on the last stack here.
Two in that one.
Only 2 in that one. There you go. Another precinct. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, you want to get those back?
When does she vote?
Don't, no, where'd you go? We have a question.
All right, what you got?
We have an expired,
We were curious about that one. So it's within the year. In fact, it was within a day
Yeah.
of when we
Yeah.
received it. It is a temporary license, so we assumed that it would be, since it was an actually state, North Carolina issued license, that it still fell within the guidelines, what's mandated by the. general statute.
Did she send her license in?
She did, and that's,
Oh.
we've reached out to her if she wanted the copy back again. There was no voicemail, there was nothing set up, so since the law states that the license can be expired within a year, we decided.
I'm wondering
that
if she sent the temporary because she got the
the
permanent.
regular one is kind of what we assumed,
Yep.
so.
I
It,
just,
it is a strange circumstance, but it does, I believe, fall within the guidelines, so.
And-
I just wanted to,
Yeah, you can double check it.
I just wanted to check the statute just as
By all
a,
means.
as a means of just covering myself. That's right, it says any that is valid and unexpired or has been expired for 1 year or less.
Less, and that's,
It was a day.
it was a day, yeah.
Which I didn't look at the postmark, probably wouldn't have been expired when
No,
labeled
the
it.
postmark was on 30th, it expired on 29th.
Oh, did it?
And does
So
the,
I did miss the postmark.
did the memo I know the memo they sent out about photo ID says that, does it address temporary licenses? I'm sure it's fine, but I'm just curious.
It is issued. by
Provisional
the-
license, this would be a provisional license?
Yeah, because it's.
It's a
until you
temporary
get to-
license, yeah. Well, they say that's okay under the memo, so.
Is it?
There you go. Oh, we saw that. That was a unique one as well, so we tried reaching out and hopefully if she needs it, she'll call us.
But that is what we're looking for, it's a,
Mm-hmm. Oh, it caught our attention too.
we were just testing this one.
I was gonna say, did y'all have a vote, a pool in the office about whether we'd catch that one?
I would say just between Bobby and I, we thought that would throw up a flag, which I'm glad it did.
Yeah,
Like I said,
absolutely.
that's one of those extenuating circumstances that you have to take a moment and really
At least look
evaluate
at
whether
it,
or
yeah.
not the letter of the law does it
Okay, I
fall
do.
within. And that's maybe not what a lot of people realize sometimes, is even though the law is the law, sometimes there's it doesn't catch everything sometimes, so you have to interpret. And that's where, that's where our phase comes into play and theirs as well, so
Mhm.
it's, again, a checks and balance sort of system here.
Probably because the signature was William instead of WC.
No signature.
Yes, it did.
Can't. Okay.
Oh, what is this?
Well, that's when there's the
Oh, that's their
assistant.
assistant. And the assistant's also a witness.
All right, that's all three precincts.
All three precincts.
Very good.
We'll just, give me a moment, we'll get to the.
Oh, thank you. You were the one who called the temporary license.
Magic. Secret knock.
That's a classic.
Shaving a
Shaving a haircut too, that's got classic. Nothing secret about that.
I can hear the machine this time, though. Well, thank you all for your participation this evening. Glad to see you back.
Oh, well, thank you.
Amen.
It's a change. But it's-
There's a lot of stuff going around right now, though,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it doesn't seem like the photo ID will slow things down that much. reviewing them.
We will find a groove and do great. It's just
You have to
getting,
realize what you're looking for on that ID.
yep, on everything. On the envelope, the ballot, ID, the works.
There you go. The affidavit one may cause a little bit of a pause, but as far as procedural wise,
So, we did one of those already, and that was a very good introduction.
the instructions for this, I think we tried to do it, well, I had the form for that affidavit that you guys saw that it was separate. The state actually says that you can go after the meeting to input it back into Seams, that those ballots that were accepted by the board, and then change the
Yeah, right.
report after the fact. We were trying to consolidate quickly, which it seemed like logically it would. We might want to review the guidelines on those to see if we can smooth that process out just a
Okay.
little bit, so.
I like smooth.
Do you want to make a motion?
Smooth is good is the motion.
Let Ms. Stein finish. Almost.
Thank you much.
All right, colleagues, I move that we approve the 4 Uwakava ballots that were duplicated outside the meeting pursuant to the resolution we passed at the last meeting, and were just reviewed for processing at this meeting. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. The motion carries 4-0. I would also like to make a motion that we approve the 9 absentee by mail ballots that you just reviewed in this meeting. All those in favor of approving those 9 absentee ballots, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Thank you. That motion also carries 4-0. Thank you, Mr. Tate. Yeah, we're going to have to put stuff in bags and seal them and sign them and everything, but it sounds like the tough part's done. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, sir. We are going to have to dot some I's, cross some T's, and seal some envelopes before we leave. The only other thing I want to mention in this meeting is that the next meeting will be on Monday, November the 6th at 5:30 p.m. in this room. And then the day after that will be Election Day, November 7th. We will have a 2 p.m. meeting that day, but our day starts early in the morning. And we hope for a nice, peaceful, quiet, smooth, beautiful weather Election Day. We'll see what happens. Actually, now's a really good opportunity if there's anyone in the audience today who has any questions or comments. I realize that we haven't discussed a whole lot today. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here today. Cheryl?
I'd just like to say it's always amazing to watch how you do your work, how meticulous you are, how careful, how you check the law. It really is an inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Thank you for the observation, and please spread that word around. This board does take our role very, very seriously. We are committed to doing this properly, to following the law, to following all the numbered memos. Things change from election to election. Heck, they even change from week to week. But we stay on top of it, and we follow it every single time. It's one of the benefits of having so many members on the board. We all have our perspective on things, but we all have that chance to remember exactly what we want to talk about, we want to focus on at a particular meeting. I really hope we can retain a board of 5 members going forward, but stay tuned. I think we will know in the coming months what it's going to look like. So we're still waiting for some processing to be completed. I'm very grateful it has not started to rain yet. That's
Ask and you shall receive.
all right. I should have asked sooner, I guess.
That's on y'all.
All right. All right, Mr. Tate, what have we here? I see zeros there and 13 on the top. We did 13 ballots.
Does match our numbers, so yay. Thank you for the board, always.
This is just a flash.
Don't forget to put the reports.
Hold on, the report. No! But I'll show everybody our zeros.
I don't mean to give you a heart attack.
And then I'll show you.
That's actually.
Zero
And then 13.
Yes.
And that's what we looked at.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
We got 4 ballots and we got 9 ballots.
Yeah.
We do need
Oh.
to seal it.
I
Sign
thought he did. Or they did.
it. Seal it.
Yeah. Well, not yet. You just need to sign.
What do we put in it?
The reports. And I believe it's got the jump drive in.
It does.
Yep.
I did check it, and the reports are in it. Do we have to put anything else in it?
We're good to go.
I'll
Anything
seal
else on
this
the-
if that's okay with you.
Has everybody
please.
seen it? So just making sure. If you're happy, we're happy.
Okay, these are the duplicated ballots.
Can you pass that to someone?
Sure. And these are the scanned ballots.
Shall we seal it here, or
Okay, so let's
So I had to
they might want to
seal it
seal
on
it?
give them something else.
Oh, that's.
These are the ones that actually were calculated.
I'll reach you to seal.
Yep. I just stuck to the stack.
Is this the, these are the
Let's
four
see.
numbers.
Okay. I'll take the trash. There you go. Bless the person that invented the sticky seal.
I know. Isn't it the truth?
Oh, you said you need to sign that one too.
Shut this thing up.
Gotcha. Thank you all. Yours. I will put that.
All righty. Does anyone have any more business to come before this board today? All righty, hearing none, the meeting is adjourned at 6:14. Happy Halloween. Go have some fun, everybody. It's not raining.
You want minutes?
Yahoo!
Thank
It's
you.
not raining. Kids everywhere are happy
Which
it's
one?
not raining.
Yeah, I got all this right here. One of each for use. Welcome. All right, let's go.
Reports to go with these.
Yep, right here and here.
Which is which?